how it works is this. You know, we enter into a contract. I mean, we'll also cover our venues too. But basics of how it works is this: you know, we contract with space like this, and whether it's this hotel or other hotels, there's always lots of fun rules to follow, and these are pretty standard. When the main place actually pays for our space is not so much how much money we give them; it's the room blocks. The room blocks pretty much underwrite our ability to be at a hotel. What going rate would be for that kind of space is nothing that we'd ever want to have to pay for space, pretty much. So that's kind of an important thing when we move on. An important point to realize when we move on to like how convention centers work and stuff like that. So you know, when we're here, we have to fill a room block. We do get a discount on those spaces, but if you don't fill the spaces, we have to pay amazing amounts of money, pretty much. So there's a couple of hotels in this area that, you know, there's only 3 hotels it's feasible if you think about in terms of doing anything. And that is the Hilton, and the Hilton. This is the downtown Hilton. There's Doubletree Hilton. I have this really bad tendency to refer to both of them as the DT Hilton, which is, you can refer to either. There's Doubletree, which is where we were at in 2008 in 2006. 2007, we were at the Hilton in Vancouver. No,
2006 was
Yeah.
No, 2000.
I thought 7 was Doubletree.
No.
We don't care what years they were.
Yeah.
2007 was the
Eight was Doubletree.
Oh, that was
Right?
8 was Doubletree.
I thought 6 was also the Doubletree. That was before my time though, and I thought 5 was.
No, 2006 was the year of Epic Fail. That was gained by.
That was-
2005 is when we were at the Doubletree the first time.
Okay, so it was
I
a
am
3 or 9.
1,000% sure that 2006 was the year of fail. We
Yes.
refer to it a lot.
Yes.
The year of epic fail.
Yes.
All the Slim Shady.
There were a lot of bad things happened that year.
Did anything go right that year, besides no one died?
Someone actually died.
Not that I'm actually aware of.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't think so either.
I was not staffed that year.
That was my first year staff, and I didn't even know what was going on.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, what do I do?
When I hear like someone actually.
Yeah, no one actually died. That hotel was going out of business. They didn't care about us. And they changed stuff at the last minute. They actually kicked out a bunch of our attendees on Monday because they double booked us with a wedding. They took main events from us
For a wedding.
for a wedding.
After we had
Lots of other things
Did I
happened.
steal your seat?
2006 was absolutely the year of lots and lots of fail. But that's neither here nor there. You know, that a lot of good people joined staff because of the problems that year, and you know, hopefully, you know, it looks like due to things happening this year, a lot of other great people are joining staff. So having years of bad things happen can actually be really good for conventions because it brings a lot of people into staff. Hi. So anyway, I had a point about all these places. Yes. So when we were using Vancouver that year, we had about 3,000 attendees. When the most we've had at the Lloyd Center Doubletree was about 4,500 people, and that's about how many people we had here.
Not me. Sorry.
So that's kind of an overview. I mean, these are the various hotels that we can do business with. Now, we had told the Lloyd Center Doubletree that we were going to have somewhere between like 3,500 and 4,000 people there. When they found out how many people we put in their hotel that year, their response was not, oh yay, we had this really big event. It was, oh my God, what if something had happened? So we are, you know, currently we're looking at hotels. You know, we are definitely here in 2010. I know where the rumor about the hotel breakage came from, but the contract breakage came from, and that was a joke. I know exactly. I was actually I was there when the rumor started. It wasn't me. I knew who it was. We are definitely here in 2010. We are looking for places for 2011, but going to any place but this might actually mean a lower cap. The Lloyd Center Doubletree is probably not going to allow us. We're probably going to have it in the contract, a hard cap. It's probably going to be less than what we've had here. If we go back to Vancouver, we'd be probably looking at a hard cap of about 3,500 the most. Kumoricon is the biggest fish in this pond by a long shot. I mean, we are easily and clearly the biggest convention here. Occasionally a trade show or something else comes through which has larger attendance. There was the Shriners Convention, and there's also other events. There's things like the Portland Marathon, but they're nothing like there's nothing else like us in Portland that is even close to half our size, pretty much. That's the problem. I mean, it's basically like, so I mean, we're just like, there's nothing, created for events like us in Portland because there aren't events like us in Portland. Let's move on to the obvious other thing that we could do, which is the convention center. Now, Tom, you could ask about the convention center hotel. I researched that. This was a project that had been on the books. I had money allocated for it in Portland for about 20 years. There was a piece of land put aside for it. Due to a vote that happened on September 9th of this year, the project is officially dead. The money is being reallocated. I've read conflicting news reports as to whether or not the property has actually been promised to another project. It's entirely possible. I don't know. It's probably too early for this to be definite one way or another, but it looks like the actual land that was going to be used for the convention center might go to a different project, which would make it kind of beyond dead. This would mean that there is no hotel that's officially, that is an official business relationship with the actual convention center. There are a couple of hotels around the convention center and they say, we're the inn at the convention center, we're this, that's just the name. That's the same as thing saying, we're the Red Line on the river. The Red Line on the river doesn't have a business relationship with the river. They might, or some waterfront, but that's, there's nothing, so that is, as of right now, completely dead. And as I said, the money is being allocated to other development projects here in Portland, because in this economy, putting aside enough money to build a hotel for years and years just no longer seemed economically feasible. The money had to be released. Now, the way a convention like Kumoricon works with the convention center and other large cities, like not just Seattle, but some other larger cities, is that there are various area hotels that through the city's business center, visitor center, have a contractual obligation, have a contractual relationship with that convention center. So Kumoricon does get a discount on their event space for having room blocks at area hotels. This is how major conventions work. This is how Otakon works. This is how ASEN works. This is how other very major things work. What?
Comic-Con?
Comic-Con is a whole other ball of wax. Okay. Comic-Con gets to custom build their convention centers. Oh my god, that'd be so nice. No joke, they actually
probably
do.
fan base like that too, because their convention center has 2 adjoining hotels,
Yeah.
where you walk through the sliding door and you're in the hotel.
And they're doing it a second time. It was custom built for them once, and they're having a custom edition made just for them. We're not Comic-Con, unfortunately. Well, fortunately, I don't think I'd want to actually be an executive of a convention like that.
By then we'd be getting paid. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if we were AMA Expo size, we'd be getting paid. AMA Expo execs get paid. But there are 40 to 45,000 person convention, and they don't get paid a lot. It's like 9,000 a year. It's nothing compared to the amount of work they do. It's basically.
It's pretty much enough to cover basic cost of living if they bunk up together.
Yeah, also keep in mind LA cost of living.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they don't all live here. Actually, one of the AX executives lives here in Portland and comes to our convention every year.